Hey everybody, I am Earthy Wise Woman, and recently I was looking at some of the comments that were left on my Earthy Wise Woman Facebook page. I got a laugh out of some of them because it's funny. It's just funny. Um, and I know where it's coming from. A lot of it's coming from just not knowing what the candles are for. Understandable and totally okay. So first, I want to show you this candle. Now, a lot of people have been making a lot of comments about this candle. I was told, my goodness, I could buy a candle anywhere. Wow, that candle looks crappy, or it's a classic one. Somebody said it looked like a tit. I like that one. That one is good. Um, this candle represents the sun. This is the sigil for the sun. Now, the reason why a person would burn a candle like this, actually, it's more than one reason. One is you would want to draw in the attributes of the sun into your own personal self. One of the attributes, excuse me, there you go. One of the attributes is creativity. The sun can sometimes reveal truth to us, and then we may need to see that. And that's one of the, those are some, there's many attributes for the sun. Now, some would say, well, why would you want to carve that on a candle? You can just go out and buy that. I don't have to buy this one. Well, the reason why I would um, use the insignia, why I do these, is this. I am a practitioner. And if I'm going to buy anything to do any magical work or to put on my altar, I would want it to be from someone who is also a practicing person like myself. In other words, buying something that's mass produced, there's a lot of yucky energy on that. I mean, you know that these people are probably thinking, wow, when am I going to get off work? Or, oh goodness, what is this crap we're doing today? But the energy is not really that positive because it's mass produced. So it's not made by a person. You don't know what their intentions were. A machine made it. So basically, if you buy a candle that's mass made, you have to take it home, you have to cleanse it of all the negative energy, and then you have to set aside and use it for sacred use. My candles start off in sacred use. I do not create the candle, so obviously I am going to cleanse the candle. And then I'll sit down and I'll meditate what would be the best usage of that candle. Now, this one was the sun, all right? And I don't mass produce candles. So this is the only candle currently I have of the sun. Now, I might feel uh, a desire to create another one, but this one is of the sun. And so this is what they call a planetary candle, okay? And this is the planetary candle of the sun. So I have other candles. So I'm going to show some more. This one, very popular. This candle, I don't know if you can see it really closely. That sigil is Lilith. Now, Lilith is wow, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Lilith. Some not so positive. Most are very positive. I view Lilith personally for my own use as an empowering of woman power. Lilith was initially the very first wife of Adam. And what happened was Lilith refused to submit to Adam. In other words, when Adam wanted to have sex missionary style, Lilith said no. And they always had sex with her on top. And Adam got tired of that and she was kicked out of she was kicked out of the Garden of Eden. And then God created Eve from Adam. Now, the thing to remember is when God created Lilith, the way the legend goes was he created Adam and Lilith equally. Lilith did not come from a rib. She was her own original creation, not from Adam, but equal to Adam. All right? And some believe that she was so insidious that she was even kicked out of hell. So she was doomed to roam the earth and enslave men and take their sperm and make them into incubus to serve her will. Well, personally, I just like her strength. And so for that reason, I do make a lot of Lilith candles. I encourage women to burn Lilith candles because they are empowering for a woman. It's like to find, embrace the power of the bitch. I like my Lilith candle for that reason. So whenever I'm doing rituals with Dianic witches, or if I'm just doing a ritual by myself and I need to tap into the strength of womanhood, I do burn a Lilith candle. I have a great respect for Lilith. So this is my Lilith candle. I'm going to put this down here. Now, this one right here, this one is not a planetary. This one is a zodiac or astrology candle. And this is the one for Venus. I said Venus, didn't I? Virgo. Good grief. I'm looking right at it and I know what it is. This is Virgo. Now, how I would use this candle, I personally am not a Virgo. But for those who are Virgo, if you are casting spells and you want to make them more personal just to you, you could get a Virgo candle and use it as your planetary or astrological candle, which means that it makes the spell personal just to you. All right? You can carve your name on this candle and burn it and bring in the attributes that you want for this spell just to be your spell. So you're not casting a money spell for Joe or Fred or Michael. You're casting this for you, and this is your personal candle, which is why I like the planetary candles, because they are personal candles. They can be used that way. Another way to use a planetary candle, an astrological candle, would be to use an astrological candle to draw on the attributes of your astrological sign that are positive. You need these attributes. You would draw them in. And this one's a good one. Sometimes I would draw in the energy of Virgo for myself, even though I'm not a Virgo, mainly because there are certain attributes I like from Virgos. Virgos are very good for business minded and they're passionate about what they do. And sometimes I need to draw in that passion in my work. So I would burn that kind of passion, I would burn a Virgo candle for myself. Now the color of this candle is a mix of like not purple, it looks that way to me, pink and gold. And those are colors that are signature to Virgos. So that's why I chose that color. None of these colors are just randomly chosen. These are colors that are specific for that particular astrological sign. Okay? So that's a Virgo. And like I said, you can use this as your astral candle in candle magic, so you can make a spell personally just to you, or you can use it to draw on the attributes of that sun sign to yourself. You can even think of a lot of other ways to burn this candle. This is a Virgo candle. For practitioners, go for it. Figure out how you can use this candle personal just to you. All right. And another candle. This is a Sagittarius candle. I love this one. It's gold and red. I said red. I'm terrible with colors. And I know somebody's going to make a comment. She doesn't know her colors. It's gold and it's purple. And I like it. And yes, I did sigil this. And like I said about the Virgo candle, this is to draw on the attributes for the Sagittarius. Now, this candle is also being offered on Earthy Wise Woman, my Etsy store. So feel free to go ahead and go there. Look at all my candles. I have other things as well. Help yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, because candle magic is magic of the imagination. All magic is part of imagination and creativity. There are some things I would suggest to people not to do, but it can be done. If you are trying to cast a spell in order to draw you and your partner or spouse closer together, and if they happen to be one sign and you are another sign, you can burn the candles together in order to make a more harmonious partnership. You can even tie them together and burn them. And each one is each of your zodiac signs. So that can make a really nice couple candle burn together. I do not encourage people to cast love spells too often. In fact, I usually stay away from love spells, mainly because they come true. And you should be very careful about that, because sometimes, unless both of you are on agreement that you want to be together, in which case you don't really need a love spell. If you are going to cast a love spell, cast a love spell to draw someone special to you, who you want to be with you, not a specific person, but sit down and think of the attributes you would want in someone. Um, Write it down. That is part of the spell, is writing them down. And I would encourage anyone, if casting a love spell, the first spell of love you should cast is the spell of self love. Learn to love yourself. Cast a spell to love yourself better. Because in raising your energy and vibration level, when loving yourself, you will draw in a better partner to love you as well. And you'll be able to give love back in a more, I don't want to say adequate, that's not the word, in a much more intenser way. Because if you love yourself, you're able to love someone else just as much or more. Not more than yourself, but at least equal to yourself. Never assign yourself to someone to love you. Remember, love must start with you, of loving yourself. So again, like I said, this is the this is the sigil for the sun. This is a planetary candle. This one is more of a deity candle. This is an honoring of Lilith. And I love her, empowering of women, very positive candle. I would strongly suggest that if you do burn this candle, in the background would be cool to be playing something like I'm Every Woman by Whitney Houston, or whatever empowering woman song there is, and burn this candle and just draw in the energy of Lilith. Very butt kicking candle. This one is a astrological candle, and this one is the sign of Virgo. Very nice candle. And this one is also an astrological candle, and this one is a sigil for Sagittarius. So again, please come to my page, come to my store, Earthy Wise Woman here saying, "Blessed be."